Right.
Look at everyone. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
So can everybody go around and introduce themselves as their Halloween costume?
I'm Kevin Kennedy.
Ooh, scary.
No, I'm Frankenstein, but
I knew that.
you
But I wanted to make
can't
sure-
see the bolts.
That's really good. I just want to make sure everybody knew what we were doing. And look, it's got a suit jacket. It's got a suit jacket.
Frankenstein.
I know. I'm impressed. And I am Chucky's mom, also known as Sexy Chucky.
Chucky's mom has got it going on.
I do.
I'm sure that's a song.
I'm sure it will be.
Somewhere.
I am just a TIE fighter pilot because this was the only mask I could grab.
That's okay. And Joe.
I don't know what the hell I am.
But it's crazy and we love it.
You are Sexy Joe.
Sexy Joe. He's bringing sexy back for Halloween. Love it. Joe painted that, everybody.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. I did not paint this.
No, I love it, though.
No need to.
I love the Universal Frankenstein with Boris Karloff. I love those movies. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was up and close with those guys this weekend. Last weekend, excuse me. 2 weekends ago. Sorry.
Here, I'm going to take this off for a second.
So he can hear.
So.
All right. I'm back.
I will start.
Yeah.
So, 2 weeks ago, I went to Florida to wrestle, and I went ahead and stayed at my mom's house a few days. And the first thing I got to do was me and my tag team partner. You guys, of course, have heard of Superhuman, correct?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We got to go to the Superhuman compound in a hidden backyard in Florida and make a couple of videos with the Superhuman. One of these pictures looks photoshopped, but I promise you it is not.
Is it this one?
Yeah, look at that. Does that
Look
not
at
look
that.
like we?
I'm glad you're not in the photo. Well, you are in the photo, but you're not jumping from anything.
No, I choke slammed him on tubes.
Okay, well, that's allowed. You're not allowed to jump off balconies or be jumped upon from a balcony.
You just don't want me to get jumped, you cock blocker.
I don't want you in the hospital. I'm such a terrible person. I'm a mom, even though I'm Chucky's mom.
Is that a fridge?
Sorry?
Is that a fridge?
Yes.
Of course.
So my partner is Duke the Nuke. He's 6'8" and pretty well 400 pounds. So he laid on a table, which no way it was going to last. I said, no, get off that. So then we put 2 chairs with a door. He wasn't going to last on that. So then we put a chair with 2 doors. He wasn't going to last on that. And then I said, all right, let's see you go through this fridge, motherfucker. Which, so yeah, that was a fridge.
Was it a broken fridge?
Well, I'm pretty sure if it wasn't broke before, it's broke now.
It is now.
I just had to have my fridge repaired, so I'm a little sensitive to the fridge.
There's another picture too, Robert, of the 3 of us. There
Oh,
he is.
look at trampoline.
That's right.
Pondo's had some matches involving trampolines.
Yeah, well, kinda.
Uh-huh. Oh wait, I'm thinking more of the barbed wire trapeze. Sorry, that's what I'm
circus death match. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Sorry, I stand corrected.
Then every year, I told myself, you can swipe that off now, Robert. Every year I told myself that I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights, but this year I went to Halloween Horror Nights, and there's
Nice.
10 houses.
Yay!
There, yep. Me and my buddy Terry, we got there at 6 o'clock. It didn't close till 2. We bought a fast pass so we could get all
Good.
down.
That's worth the fast pass is worth it if you go there. Otherwise, I've gone once. My husband, who is awesome and doesn't like horror, took me for our 10th wedding anniversary. And the fast pass is more expensive than the ticket itself, but you get through all the houses that way. So I'm very proud of you, Hondo.
I won't go over the ones that I didn't like, but I'll go over the ones that I did.
Yeah, tell us the ones you did.
The number one was the Halloween house.
Nice.
So I saw pictures of the Myers house, and I thought that would be the entrance into the attraction. It's not. They built that inside the attraction.
Cool.
So then you go around to the side of it and you enter it, and there's no steps or anything because handicapped people have to go through there and stuff.
Yeah.
The first room is where the sister got stabbed.
Ooh. So it's the original Halloween house, because I went to Halloween 5.
Thank God it was the original.
Yeah.
There's a Dr. Loomis character that was spot on.
Oh.
There's a PJ Souls getting choked with the telephone cord. There's a couple of Jamie Lees. There's a couple of there's one Michael Myers in the clown outfit with the big knife, but Michael Myers is all through this damn thing. And the one thing that I remember that was so awesome was they recreated the step scene. He's like at the top of the steps, you know what I mean? Right before he chases Jamie and them 2 kids.
Yeah.
Second would be the Blumhouse attraction that had Freaky, which was okay, but then the second half was Black Phone.
Oh, much better.
Everything was so detailed the way it needed to be. It was fucking great. Then there was a pier one that had like fish people and stuff like that. But one of the scenes was the lady playing the violin who brings the ships in to hit the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And they built a ship in there, and she's up the So that was my top 3. And then my worst one, actually there was 2. There was one about a chupacabra. If you go and you can go to a different one other than this chupacabra one, I would do it because it was dumb as shit. And then The Weeknd had one. I don't know that much about The Weeknd.
Like the singer of The Weeknd?
The singer of The Weeknd
had
his own haunted house in there. Oh. And maybe I just didn't know enough about it, but I was highly bored. Like, what the fuck is this?
See, when I went, there was a Poltergeist one. Like, and if you guys have seen the original Poltergeist movie, the kitchen was an exact replica. Like,
that's cool.
It was so cool. There was a Stranger Things one, like when Stranger Things was pretty new, because it's been a few years. Like it was my 10th wedding anniversary, and I think we're going on 14 now. Thank you. I've survived. And Trick or Treat that's a different one than we're going to talk about later, but this was the Trick or Treat with Anna Paquin. This was the anthology Trick or Treat with Sam, with the bag kind of over his head and had all the rules about Halloween. Yep. So some neat stuff. And there was on the walkways, they sometimes have special exhibits, and they had Chucky and Killer Clowns from Outer Space when I went. And I was just walking along with my husband, Martin, and I wasn't paying attention. And this scarecrow just jumped and scared the shit out of me. Like, they can't touch you. And there was tons of people coming around you with chainsaws, and they stopped just in front of you. But I was totally not paying attention. So this guy had me in his focus, and he scared me. I almost peed my pants. It was just, it was amazing. I love the universe.
On the left, I told you that's why you like that movie.
That's why I like that movie. All in your pants. So fun. Yeah.
So then, Monday,
it's not Halloween until you pee your pants.
So on Sunday, the Yankees
Oh, the sports
They,
ball.
yeah, they beat the Guardians.
Oh, look at Pondo. So happy.
Yeah, so me and my buddy Terry, we drove to New York and we went to Game 5, Yankees versus the Guardians
Oh, look at Pondo.
at the Yankee Stadium. The problem is, and you can't tell in that picture, but there was so much rain behind me.
Oh, okay.
The game got rained out.
So it's an open stadium?
I'm sorry?
It's open? The top is open?
Yeah, the top
Okay,
was
okay.
open.
Okay.
And so much rain. Oh, you know what? No, this was the second night because the diamond was covered with a tarp. But this is the second night. So
Okay.
so they postponed it, and me and my buddy were so disappointed. And then we said, "Fuck it," and we stayed. So such a great game. I got to watch Aaron Judge make a home run. Yeah, there they are at the end. 5-1. The people, the fans, everybody was just going nuts. It was such a good experience for me. And now the Yankees are moving on against the Houston Astros, but Houston won last night. I don't know if there's been a score yet.
But Yankees are your team. That's your
Yeah,
team.
they are.
Okay. Yay,
Yeah,
sports team.
No score yet on that.
Jimmy doesn't know a lot about sports.
No
Right.
sports.
Except wrestling. That's it.
Well, are you guys not Blue Jay fans?
No.
Not really.
None of you.
They won the World Series once. That was cool.
I
Tiger.
know, but
I just don't follow sports other than wrestling. I don't follow the sports. Joe, do you follow the sports?
I used to follow hockey in the 90s.
Okay.
why used to? What happened?
Look at him. He was obviously shunned.
You got hit with a puck.
Sideways. Whoosh.
More than once.
More than one. He was never the same.
At that rate, you look like he was the goalie.
Oh.
Without equipment.
I don't know how to do a sad emote.
I don't know what that is.
What about you guys? You guys been doing anything? I mean, it's been a month.
Can I say something?
You can.
I
Uh-oh. Somebody muted her mic. What
What?
happened there?
I
could've
can't
been
hear
there?
you.
I saw that and I stopped talking.
Ah,
Every October I make it a goal to watch a movie a day, and I'm a bit behind. As people might not know, my dad had a stroke, so I was a little. He's okay. He's still alive, still coherent. All
Good.
that stuff. He just needs some rehab to move around again, and he's going to be moving into a rehab facility soon. But I like to watch a spooky movie every day for all of October, and I asked these three to recommend me each one because I was looking for movies I haven't seen. So if you will let me, I wanted to chat about not going on long and long and long, but chat about the movies you guys picked for me and what I thought. And I thought I'd start with Joe's movie, which was Tokyo Gore Police. Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a while.
One of the most original movies I've ever seen. It's bloody, it's bizarre, it's visually stunning. There's camp, there's commercials in this movie.
Yeah.
Lots of gore from the title. A lot of amazing practical makeup. So what it's about is a privatized police force in Tokyo. And of course, once they're privatized, they can go balls to the walls with criminals. And their main targets are engineers. So engineers to them are people who have engineered or modified their bodies, and sometimes without consent, so they're more dangerous. And if you have not seen this movie, I was able to watch it on Tubi, and there was an English dubbed version, and Joe is so mad at me that I watched the English dubbed version of Squid Game. I watched the subtitled version for this one, and there's gore, there is just crazy fights. There is, I can't even describe everything that goes. There's
something for everyone.
end who has knives for limbs. It is just I didn't know anything about this movie going in, and just crazy.
More bloody than most movies.
Yeah.
Lots of blood. Yeah. And saxophone solos for the score in weird places, and a sexy narrator. Just lots going on here. Yeah. Yeah. So that was Joe's pick. The next one was Robert's pick, was The Scare House, and Robert knew. This was one we had the CKX Expo was supposed to show, and there were technical difficulties, and so I've been meaning to watch this one. I saw this one on this one was on Pluto. Yeah, Joe's was on Tubi. This one, I'm just saying that so people use these free apps because there's great horror on these free apps. And everybody's under a budget, so I get it. But The Scare House, this was just sheer fun. This is a great revenge film about two women who utilize a homemade, but a little bit more upscale than homemade, haunted house to get revenge on a group of their sorority sisters who wronged them. And, this is just, it's an indie flick, but it's smart, it's funny, it's got some good kills. I love this. Rob has talked this one up a lot, and Rob has not done me wrong. There's only one movie I didn't really care for that Rob suggested. That was Secret Santa. I told you.
We met one of the chicks.
We did. Yes, at CK Expo, we met one of the people involved, but I hadn't seen this movie at the time because I was saving it to watch at CK Expo, and I've now seen it. And I will go to the next CKX Expo, and I hope they're selling it because I would love to buy a copy. I love this movie. I'd watch it again. So great. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. Like I said, it's on Pluto. It's a free app. I'm sure it's on other free apps. This is a fun, indie, great Halloween movie. Love this one.
Rocky just kind of messaged in. He goes, just watch the first Terrifier to get ready for the second one.
And there's three of us. Pondo's the only one who's seen Terrifier 2. Because it's not in Canada yet, and we are patient
for each of us.
And Pondo's gone 3 times,
So he's watched it for all of us.
Yeah.
But I even reached out to David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown, and he's like, soon for us Canadians. So I'm just hanging out.
Name drop. Oh,
I did name drop because I had to ask him. I'm like, I don't want to pirate this movie. I want to support it. I want to watch this legitimately. You know what? As I said, my dad had a stroke, and I had to travel to go see my dad, and that was I'm outside of Winnipeg, Manitoba, and I had to fly to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. It's all in Canada. I know provinces are confusing for our American friends, but I was looking up the theater listings to see if Terrifier 2 was playing in Saskatoon because I haven't found it in Winnipeg. So I was like, I would arrange my visit with my dad just to go see, and they weren't playing it. So I have gone above and beyond. I'm trying to see this legitimately, and I can't wait. So that's how excited.
I saw it 3 times.
Yeah.
And 2 times people have left the theater.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Can't wait.
I love that they left the theater.
I love that too.
That makes it more special to me that this movie makes people leave, and I'm there. I stay. I don't give a shit.
I know.
If you wait to Special Thanks 2, I imagine it will hit Sheridan. If you wait and watch Terrifier 2, if you go after, there's not any scene at the end. There's a cut scene in the middle. After the cut scene in the middle, you'll see Special Thanks 2. Look all the way over to the right, and they will alphabetically start list the names of Special Thanks 2. I put Kevin Pondo Kennedy. They didn't put the Pondo in there, but look for Kevin Kennedy's name in there because it took me 2 times. The first time, there's like 1,000
That's why you
names.
kept going, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
That's why you kept going.
Yeah. There's like 1,000 names, but here's how fast they go, right? So
it's credits. Yeah.
So it took me the second time. Third time, I knew right where my fucking name is. I'm yelling at the other people. Hey, watch this. What? So
And he sent the screenshot to us. He was so proud, and we're proud too. It's a good investment.
That was on time too.
Yeah.
But you got to realize this. So that was I gave $25 for their Indigo.
Good investment.
Only going for $50,000.
Right.
The Indigo made $250,000. The box office as of yesterday, Sunday, excuse me, $2.5 million.
Awesome.
That's fucking incredible.
That is incredible. And I'm so happy. This movie, I just saw, I didn't want to read the story because I didn't want any spoilers because I haven't seen it yet. It's mentioned in People magazine. This movie's getting mentioned on the talk. All these, because people are getting sick and stuff. Like Terrifier, the original, I saw it on Netflix. It was very a sleepy release, very low budget. And Terrifier 2 is being extended in its theatrical run. That's why us in Canada haven't seen it yet, because they were going to announce on Tuesday. Today, what day is it today? It is Thursday. Today, or they were going to announce on Tuesday about streaming, but because it's being held over again because of so many sold out showings, they are not announcing the streaming yet because it's doing so well in theaters.
Pondo's right. $2.475 million.
Amazing. To our friend David Howard Thornton, who we've had on the show, like, we're so proud of you. One of us. One of us.
That's right. The first time I went, go ahead, Robert. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's just interesting. It's now being shown international, and it's made $60,000 international. Everything else is U.S.
Yeah. But it hasn't trickled to everywhere yet. Like, it hasn't come to Canada yet, and it's coming. And we're all so excited.
Once that hits.
Australia this weekend, because a couple of my Australian friends was asking me
nice.
if the hype is worth the movie, and of course I said, "Fuck yes, it is." The first time I went, me and my buddy Duke, we went to Downtown Disney, and
they were showing it.
Yeah,
nice.
I bought tickets here, knowing that they was playing it there.
That's so funny.
All right.
Okay, I didn't talk about the Pondo recommended movie, so I'll do that. That movie was Trick or Treat. Again, never seen this movie. This is about, this is going to date myself a bit. This might require some Googling, but it's about a bullied actor who's played by Skippy from Family Ties.
Yeah.
He gets revenge on his enemies with the spirit of his favorite dead metal singer. And there is 2 great cameos in this movie. Ozzy Osbourne, who is an expert speaking out against the pornographic lyrics in heavy metal music, which is hilarious. And Gene Simmons, who's a radio DJ, who I almost didn't even recognize. He's so young in this movie. And the final kiss in this movie is quite lame, but there's some great music. There's like the metalheads. I obviously see why you love this movie. Some fun kills. This is a fun movie for Halloween. So great recommendation.
I saw this in the movie theater. I loved it.
Did you?
So much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fastway is the band.
Okay.
The soundtrack is done by Fastway.
Yeah, the soundtrack's amazing.
Yeah, the one guy, Sammy Carr, I thought he did a great fucking job. He's
the main guy. Yeah.
I thought Skippy did a good job. This is one of my, when you was talking about Trick or Treat, yes, the anthology, I'm sure that one's the most popular Trick or Treat.
That's the one I like.
I told you about a shitty one.
I saw that one too, and it is quite shitty because it was on Shudder and I'd never seen it, so I watched it. Yeah.
It was on VHS when I worked at the video store. And then this one in the middle, this Trick or Treat, man, I know you not the huge fan of it, but I was, man. I loved this movie.
I think it needed to be seen in the time. I didn't hate it, but it's not one I think I'd watch over and over again, but I appreciated it.
Jamie inadvertently calling me old. I get it.
I felt old because I didn't recognize Gene Simmons. I was looking at him like, who is that? I know that guy. Like, he just looks so young.
She just smacked you across the face, but she did her nails first, so it looked pretty.
She did.
I did. Chucky's mom would have her nails done.
Pondo, I gotta ask, what was this picture for?
What is
I'm
that?
sorry. That is the T-shirt that I bought.
Yeah, from the horror nights. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the bottom you see the bugs. There's
Yeah.
a one that you walk through. It's bugs. Then over on the right, you'll see Wolfman, Mummy, and the vampire. There's a whole Universal Monsters one that you walk through. The one next to it is the pier one that I was talking about with the fishmen and stuff like that. The one on the top right is Freaky and Black Phone. That's the same house. It's just a Blumhouse attraction. And then, of course, the star of the show there on the left, the Michael Myers house. But that's the T-shirt that I bought. And yeah, I forgot to tell you guys that I bought that T-shirt. But
That's wicked.
I bought a T-shirt when I went too, so I understand.
What was the one you bought look like?
The main theme was Stranger Things because it only had Halloween 5, so it wasn't as cool. But Stranger Things was the big deal, and Trick or Treat, and Poltergeist. It was quite the year.
I am definitely thinking about going again next year, man. I loved it that much. I had such a good time.
I screamed through all the houses several times, but it was fun, scary. It wasn't because sometimes I get really anxious in those. There's an attraction where I live called Heebie-Jeebies, and it was too much for me. Like you were crawling through. There was one thing. It was an inflatable that you had to pull apart. It was kind of like a vagina. Very strange. And you had to pull it apart and walk through. And I felt so claustrophobic and I couldn't do it. I was like, nope. And they had to lead me around. Whereas Universal, it's just fun. You just walk. Like it's scary, but it's fun scary. So I liked it.
I love that you say it was like a vagina.
And it was.
I
did. You had to move your hand. Like
God, what childbirth was you at?
I've had a child. Thank you very much.
Elephant child or what?
You have a giant head.
Is it snack time yet?
Yeah.
That's right.
No, but it was very enclosed, and it was this weird vaginal shape, and I was just freaked out. I didn't want to walk through it.
Yeah, I dated her before. I know what.
You have to come to Heebie-Jeebies. They would love you there.
So, I've been watching the shit out of movies this October.
You have.
A lot of trips, so a lot of illegal telephone holding, watching movies.
Ooh.
A bunch in the theater though, but I'll go ahead and I'm gonna save that one for the end of this. But
okay.
So we talked about Terrifier 2. And
but no spoilers.
Yes. This Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
Ooh, I've heard bad things.
Might as well just been called Jeepers Creepers What a Turd. This was so I bought into it. I thought, oh, it's a new director. This is gonna be great. And I spent $12 on a ticket to go before that came out on any streaming service or Blu-ray or anything like that. And about 30 minutes in, I was like, what can I do to get my $12 back? This had so much CGI in it. The creeper is not the same. He barely has that jacket and hat on.
Oh.
Yeah, it's mostly him without that shit on. The truck doesn't do any cool shit like it did in the third. The cool thing that there was, so the whole town or whole area, the whole United States knows about the creeper. So Dee Wallace and another actor, I can't remember, reenact what happened in the first one, with the truck behind them and honking the horn and shit like that. Well, then it cuts over to a guy watching that on his phone. That was like a part of one of those murder mystery videos. That part was cool, and then it just turned into diarrhea after that. It was something bad.
Not diarrhea.
Oh, it was diarrhea, all right. It was all down my leg and everything. I hated it.
Yeah.
IMDb gave it 2.5. That is low.
Ooh.
Low.
It needs to subtract a 2.
I haven't heard anybody give it any glowing reviews yet. So
Yeah, it was so bad. What's the next one?
I haven't seen this one
So
yet. either.
good. This one was so
Good.
good.
I want to see this one.
Yeah. I didn't know it until he popped up, but Justin Long is in this one.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Wow.
He does a great job. If I go any farther into this movie, it is a spoiler,
Oh,
and
don't do
people need to just watch this one because this one was so good. I'm trying to think of some things.
It's
The
got
guy
Bill Skarsgård, who was It in the newer It. Yeah.
who did a great job.
Good.
Okay.
Of course, he was a great Pennywise.
Yes.
He's also a great actor that I found out in this movie.
I'm happy to hear that.
You'll see what I'm talking about when you watch the movie. But I don't want to go into this one because this one was good, and I want you guys and the people out there to watch this one.
I appreciate that because that one's coming streaming very soon. I'm very excited to see that one.
Yeah,
I've
really good.
liked Bill Skarsgård ever since Deadpool 2. Okay, he was awesome in Deadpool 2.
I can't remember him in there, but I'm gonna go rewatch that.
He
What
plays
was he?
Zeitgeist, the guy that spits acidic vomit.
Like his eyes naturally can move around, and so him as Pennywise was just brilliant.
Yeah.
His whole family, because he has his dad is an actor, and I'm forgetting all the names. I think Stefan or something, and his brother was in True Blood.
Alexander Skarsgård.
That's right. So that's a acting genes in that family. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next one?
Oh yes.
Okay, so don't get me wrong, good movie, but they should have went ahead and put this one out first because
I think so
I
too.
was expecting another X, and I got Pearl, and so I went twice just to see. The second time I enjoyed it more because I knew that it wasn't what X was. X was nudity all the way through, and
that it was
really dark scenes and cool shit happening. Pearl is very light, very bright colored. Yes, there are some gory scenes, but not like X. Mia Goth does not show one nipple in this whole fucking thing. Very disappointing.
scandalous.
I'm not good.
I'm out.
So Pearl is not X, but after the movie, they did show a little teaser trailer for Maxine that's coming out also this year.
Yeah.
So I have big hopes for Maxine because from what I understand, she is going after her religious father.
Ooh. So that's going to require her to rip her shirt off.
Absolutely.
I hope. I don't even care.
That's
if
for
the dad
you
does
three. That's for you three.
it. Even the dad can do it. I don't care.
Wow. Pondo wants to see nipples. He doesn't care who.
Mia Goth is, I didn't. You know what? I saw this movie. What was this thing called? Something about Nymphomaniac.
Yeah, there's part 1 and 2. I saw those. Yeah.
And Mia Goth in there, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to jail because Mia Goth looks 13 or 14 in that damn thing.
It was that movie was so disturbing.
I mean, that thing is a porn without being a porn.
But it's the director's name is Lars von Trier. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yep.
And Lars does some crazy shit. There's some films of Lars like Antichrist and stuff that the only one I've really liked of Lars is Melancholia. But every film he does, you kind of have to wash yourself in the shower and cry a little bit. That
was my first viewing of Mia Goth, but then by the time X came, I was like, oh, she grew up. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you feel a little better about yourself.
So what's the next one, Robert?
Oh, boom.
Ooh, I saw this one.
So me and Jamie both saw this one.
Hi, Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Hey,
Pam,
Tom.
I don't really look like this, Pam.
Yes, he does, Pam. He had an accident.
What up, Tom? So, Hellraiser is getting so much hate. So much hate. I've heard more hate than I have liked. But I got to tell you, I'm one of the like ones. I like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you like it?
I didn't hate it. You know, I mean, is it, if you really think about the very first one,
Yeah.
the first one wasn't great. Not until
I
they
thought it was.
not until they explained what was going on in part 2.
Okay, that's fair.
See, Robert's shaking his head. He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, was the Cenobites cool in the first one? Yes.
Yes.
Was the death scenes cool? Yes. Was the movie cool? Yes. But we still left the theater with the first one like, what the fuck is going on?
That's
Yeah.
Not until 2, when they started explaining how the doctor with the crazy people bringing dead people back on that mattress and shit. Like, oh, okay, that's what was going on. And then I don't know what the fuck they was thinking with 3. 3,
Is that
3
the one with
needs
the
a
compact
gasket.
discs?
Yeah.
What?
That's the compact disc guy in
Yes.
3?
Yeah.
CD head is what his name.
Yeah.
Now 3, of course I went to the theater and I was disappointed.
Oh.
But then people hate on 4. But okay, I get it. They hate that Pinhead was in space and all that shit. But 4 told the story of the box. So that's why I like 4.
I haven't seen 4 yet, but I'll have to check that out. I like
5
anything they put in space.
5 to what the fuck ever? Shit. All of them. Shit. So when this one came out, I could have swore this one was going to be shit too. But a lot of people complain that the box is not what's killing them, because if you remember, the chains would come out of the box and all that shit. I don't think this is a spoiler because a lot of people have seen it now. But if the box, yeah,
Kayfabe. I
If
love
the
that. That's new.
if the box cuts you and you bleed on the box, it is now where that's what draws the Cenobites to you.
Yeah.
A lot of people complain that Pinhead was a female. I thought she did a great job. I had no problem with what she did. I thought the other Cenobites were chiller theater looking. You know, I mean, kind of not special. But that main Hellraiser chick, I thought she was fucking good. So,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
you go. I thought it was boring.
Yeah.
I like the Cenobites. I thought the Cenobites looked cool. It was a slog of a movie to get through. It did not keep my attention. I thought it was boring. I was not invested in anything. I just didn't care about the characters. So
all right, you can shut her mic off now, right?
There we go.
So anyway, to me, and you guys know that I hate story. I thought this one had a little bit of everything. You know, you got the drugged out girl who meets the guy, and the guy talks her into it. And I don't want to spoil about that guy, but that threw me through a loop. I didn't know that was coming. Did you really?
I didn't know that was either coming. That
yes.
twist.
I'm not going to tell what it is, but no. Anyway,
that twist was good.
Yeah. So then, I even liked what they did to the guy who bought the box.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. So Hellraiser, to me, I loved it. I thought it was good.
There's some good effects, and like I said, the Cenobites looked really cool. And did Pinhead have the same effect as the original Pinhead? No, but I didn't hate the fact that it was a female Pinhead. I just didn't really care for the movie. That was more my thing.
Well, maybe my fault is there's not much to do driving from Detroit to Louisville.
True.
So I watch movies, so maybe I'm more like the Munsters. I didn't mind the Munsters, but I watched it on the road. And then I got home and I was like, I didn't mind the monsters. Everybody's like, what? But they don't realize I'm killing boredom going down the road.
Oh, it was killing
I
something.
was watching it on an airplane at Hellraiser, and
it was interesting.
I didn't catch it. Just didn't grab me. It just wasn't into it. But
they played that on the airplane?
No, I took it with me on my laptop.
Oh, gotcha. What's the next one, Robert? I'm hoping it gets to this good one. Yes, this one is fucking fabulous, people.
That's what I've heard. I haven't seen it, but I hear only good things.
Really?
Yes, and this is a Robert movie. This is a story.
Ooh, a story.
But the story kept me going the whole time. No boobs in this movie whatsoever.
Yay!
It still made you happy?
No, I'm
Made
just
him
telling
smile.
you, it must have been good for my attention to be on the screen without boobs. All right,
Yay!
so
That's
Pondo's
something.
evolving. Pondo is evolving.
That's
I
saying
am.
something. Yeah.
But the style, I don't.
Robert is not. Robert's already disappointed.
Why are you saw it, Robert?
I did.
No. Oh, did you? Oh, I didn't know that.
And you
Yep.
didn't like it?
I felt it was really slow. Like,
Ooh.
That's you. What the hell?
yeah.
Now Robert's evolving.
Ah.
Oh
Slow to fast.
Steve
Well,
was here.
I loved
Yes, you should have.
each little every time she would turn around, you knew who was infected and who wasn't infected. But I'm gonna not talk about this movie. I want Jamie and Joe to watch it.
Yeah.
And the four of us will get back on this subject. But
This one I want to see.
just realize it's a story that Robert hated and I loved. So
I'm shocked because I don't know what to think now.
role
This is
reversal.
hard. Yes, I don't know what to think going into it
I
now.
won't say hated, but I'll say I doubt I'll ever watch it again.
Robert is not smiling. And Robert loves the films.
He does. He probably enjoyed Bros more.
I have not seen that one yet.
I bet you have. Bet you sat front row for Bros.
Oh, even the doctor. Dr. Stevel says, "What's wrong with boobs?" Nothing.
Nothing.
They
It's
weren't
not
in this
something
movie.
I need to see a lot of because I see them every day.
Oh, Pam said,
I was looking for boobs.
So do I.
always, right? Always.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve said Robert liked Holy Hell.
That's true. That's true. I actually did too.
Who doesn't?
Pondo.
I
Well, he
didn't
likes
say
the
I
father.
didn't like it.
He
Oh,
likes
Are
the
you
father.
kidding me? The Oscar-winning dad in that film?
How could we
I
forget?
hated that.
It's like the best part.
Damn right. When one of the scenes is like, what was it? One of the lines was like, I can't wait to fuck your ass raw. Hey, I'm in.
I mean, we've all said that.
That's right.
Ooh.
I said that in church.
Bitch, I got church.
I got church, bitch.
That's still one of my husband's and I favorite line ever from this podcast. Bitch, I got church.
So I think I know what the next picture is, and this one we need to really talk about. I don't know if Joe saw it. I know Jamie and
I did.
Robert
I
saw it.
probably haven't.
It's Halloween Ends,
Oh, wait a second.
I think.
Maybe I shouldn't watch it.
I told you how to watch it, Joe.
That's the
Houston
score.
3, Yankees 0.
Ooh.
That's the score right now.
Oh no, sports ball.
Make you have a bad show. Jesus.
Pam just told me the score, and I wanted to let you know, buddy.
Oh, Pam, you broke Pondo's heart.
Damn.
But we still love you, Pam.
No,
That's
Pam,
all right,
not Pam.
Pam.
Cam.
That's all right, Pam.
Oh, sorry. Thought you said Pam. Okay. You're my
Thanks,
Pam.
So
Yes.
Robert doesn't have the graph. There it is.
There.
Oh, Rob's got the graphic.
Can I say one sentence about this movie?
I'm gonna let you guys go first, and then I'm gonna tear this fucker down.
Okay. Sorry, Joe. There's going to be some spoilers. They neutered Michael Myers in this movie.
Who? He's not even in the film.
Exactly. They neutered him and like,
Wow.
stupid,
Like to
bad.
finish.
I wanted to love this because I didn't like. There's a trilogy, and I didn't care. I didn't really like the first one. Halloween Kills. I was like, oh, Michael Myers was just on fire, killing everybody. And then Halloween Ends. It was like he was a senior citizen. He just neutered him.
Let me ask you something.
Tag me in when you're ready.
Joe,
Okay, we will tag you soon.
have you
All
seen
right.
it, Joe?
Jesus Christ, what a fucking atrocity.
Wait, Pondo.
Wait,
let me ask you
hold
one
on
question
1 second.
first. Let me ask you one question first. What would your opinion be if they had taken the end of this movie and tacked it on to Halloween Kills?
Well, and then they wouldn't have to have a third one.
No third one.
That's my point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point.
So people are
The
defending.
floor is yours.
There we go, Pondo.
People are defending this hunk of shit to me. Now, this is what they. So here's my point. If you have 3 movies and you build it up to these 2, and then your third one is about some motherfucking babysitter, what the fuck is that? I will never. So the whole beginning 20 minutes is not about Michael Myers. It's not about Laurie Strode. It's about this fucking babysitter. What the hell
His name is Corey.
Corey, yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Now, I'm gonna blow your guys' mind. Joe, you haven't seen the movie, right?
Joe, plug your muffs, Joe.
Nah, you don't. I'll spoil this turd for you.
This one can be
I don't
spoiled.
mind.
You'll
I
be
don't
okay.
mind. Go ahead.
So here's my question for Robert and Jamie that you probably didn't even think about while you was watching the movie. It's on the 31st. They're riding motorcycles all through the town and running all through the town. Where were the trick-or-treaters?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. There weren't a
They
lot.
didn't even have trick-or-treaters.
That is like the best point right there.
That is a good point. Very valid, yeah.
So here's the thing. Why did they have to add a love story in a Michael Myers and spend 55 minutes before Michael Myers even shows up in a fucking sewer?
Because they had a 20-minute story and they had to fluff it.
And the love story it grew so fast. I'm like, why do you like this guy? And why did Laurie Strode introduce her granddaughter to Corey? Why was she trying to push them together? And then like, oh, I don't want you to go for him later. Spoiler, sorry. But it was just such a rush love story. Like, and for those of us who've been in a relationship, like I was just like, I don't get why she's attracted to him, because she was attracted to him instantly. And not that he was ugly or anything, but I was just like, I don't get like the personality. Nothing was there that to be like, oh, I'm instantly in love with you. It was just bonkers. Unless she's that messed up that was like, I'll take anyone.
Not only instantly in love, willing to date a man that the town has branded a killer.
Yes, a child killer.
Yes, a child fucking killer.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the battle. I fucking timed it. The battle was 4 minutes and 34 seconds between Jamie and Michael Myers. All right.
You did not put up much of a fight. When you watch Halloween Kills and you watch this movie, it's so disappointing. Carry on. I'm done.
That's my point. Think about all the other movies before this sort of shit. All the things that happened to Michael Myers. He got shot 6 times.
Yes.
He goes over the balcony. He gets hit with an ambulance in his head. All this shit. But a refrigerator and 2 knives takes this man out.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here. Who wrote this shit?
It was like he gave up. And I've never seen that side of him.
Yeah, that was my other point. Michael Myers in no movie let anybody live.
Yes.
Not one person live. even those doctors that was taking care of him in Curse of Michael Myers in 6, he went in there and slaughtered the fuck out of everybody
As he
just
should.
because he was bored, right?
Yes.
All of a sudden, Corey gets a pass. He lets Corey go.
Why does Corey have this charm on people? On Rob Wants to Talk.
It's they tried to do this supernatural thing, but they've just spent 2 movies saying he's not supernatural. He's just a guy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
And they did the same thing they did in 5, which I hated. He's hiding out for a year to come back on the exact same day. He was in that sewer for 4 years. What was he eating?
Eating people.
But no,
rats.
because the minute he killed that one guy, he suddenly got power back.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't cannibalizing. That's important. No, I didn't catch that. That's good. That's good.
But yeah, he got power back, and he let some little punk steal his mask.
What was that? Like,
no.
Myers has beaten people's asses through Rob Zombie, through fucking John Carpenter, through fucking whatever the Indian dude's name, all that shit. And this babysitter goes in there, fights Michael Myers, gets him down, and steals his mask like Corey's the bully.
They became friends. Michael Myers doesn't have friends.
Well, no, not friends, because we saw where it
ended. Yeah. But I wasn't scared of Michael Myers in this movie, and I'm usually like I'm terrified of him. And here I was like, we could hang out sometime. He just misunderstood. That's what I thought.
He stabs the guy and starts shaking like power's coming back to him. So it's like, what has he been doing in there? And even the old guy outside goes, "How did you come out?" Nobody comes out of there. Well, obviously somebody does, because
the old guy was hanging around and he was fine. So I wanted to love it, and I was pumped up. I watched it on Peacock because you could see it in theaters or Peacock, and I was just like, "Woo! Today's the day!" And I was like, "When is Michael Myers getting here?"
Cam and I went to see it, and literally halfway through, he leans over. He goes, "We can go if you want." It's like, I'm not one to walk out on a movie, and Halloween will not be my first.
I've never walked out either, but that one I was like, and I'm watching at home, and I'm like, where do I go? Like, I'm at home.
If you
go to sleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
A 3-movie trilogy. The first one, all right, I can see where it got some hate. That second one that I defend to this day, where people
I loved it.
When did Michael Myers turn into Jackie Chan? I fucking love that.
I love that one. Yeah.
I cannot defend Halloween Ends to anybody. And now I had shit on it so much on my page. I had people in my box and outside attacking me over it. Like, how? You just must not be a Halloween fan. You must be a Michael Myers fan. What kind of argument is that?
That's good. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a Michael Myers fan.
People came unglued when Halloween 3 came out because Michael wasn't in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is Halloween 3.5. They did
this
the
is Halloween
thing.
Ends.
That's
and
why
this is
people
supposed to be the showdown with him and Laurie Strode. If this is going to end, we want this to go big. Or go home.
All the taglines said the final battle between Michael and Laurie.
Yeah.
And not even the taglines. The trailer. The trailer is mostly Laurie Strode fighting Michael Myers. What we didn't know was that fight was 4 minutes and 34 seconds long.
Yeah.
And we had
that in the trailer. Hey, you want to see the showdown? You got 4 minutes and 34 seconds to waste? Come on in.
Halloween Kills, it just felt so deceived because Halloween Kills, I loved it so much more than just the Halloween, the first part of this trilogy. And now that I've seen Halloween Ends, I'm kind of like, I have more love for the one I didn't really care for, the first Halloween, because Halloween Ends was such a disappointment.
I never thought that I would say that there was a better Halloween movie a worse Halloween movie than Rob Zombie's Halloween Part 2.
Those are strong words, everyone. I agree.
I would watch Zombies 2 and I would watch The Curse of Michael Myers before I think I would watch
Nice.
The
this.
director's cut when some rocks stopped Michael Myers.
Maybe I'll skip this one.
That
You
was even
might-
a
You
better
know,
idea.
so
than-
after I watched it, I was like, I wasted, I don't know, it was like under 2 hours, but I was like, I felt let down. Like
Ouch.
somebody tricked me.
Not only did we waste the time watching the movie, if you remember the four of us reviewing Halloween Kills
Right.
and talking about how excited we're going to be
Yeah.
when the battle finally happens and all this shit. And 4 minutes and 34 seconds?
Like I just watched Joe's pick of Tokyo Gore Police. There were crazier battle scenes than that.
Yeah.
There was a gun that shot out human fists.
See,
Like this, that, you know, like this Halloween Ends was, you know, after seeing Tokyo Gore Police, like I can't deal with it anymore.
Joe, just hang tight, because if it makes it to physical media in a couple weeks, it'll be in the Walmart bin.
It will.
Oh,
In
there
a
we go.
discount Walmart bin.
Now,
In the
I might buy that for $1.
bin.
now here's something that we're not really thinking about, because the four of us are all David Howard Thornton fans.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
of the failure of Halloween Ends, I think people go to the theater and they say, should we see Halloween Ends or should we see Terrifier 2?
Terrifier 2. I haven't seen it yet.
Exactly.
Go.
So
It's taking over.
Pam says, excuse me, as the president of the Figure Gore fan club, I demand we get the director here to tell him you make a do-over.
I think so. We need a do-over.
Decent.
and you want to know who one of the writers of
Well
this hunk of
deserved.
shit was?
Danny
one?
McBride.
Danny McBride. Danny
What the-
McBride does nothing in any of his movies that add up a love story. I would
So
have
why now?
took a Stevie character over this shit that we saw.
Well, I don't even know if I'd call it a love story because it just came out of nowhere and all of a sudden they were in love. And I'm like, ugh, that, you know, I'm a believer in love, but it doesn't happen like
on the
that.
back of that motorcycle holding him and all it's
Blech.
my fucking ass. Get out of here with that.
I know Pondo thinks this was presented by Hallmark. It was very cheesy love. And I was like, where did this all, like, it's just quickly, it was very strange. Yeah.
But thank you, Halloween Ends, for being such a hunk of shit and helping out Terrifier.
Terrifier benefits. Yes.
Check
Terrifier.
out the title on this review. No, just, oh my God, no,
Yep.
no, and no.
Yep.
It's like that kind of sums it up right there.
It did,
Yeah.
and I didn't want it to be that way. And it just, after I watched it, I'm like, was this a parody? Like, is the real movie coming up? Like, it just
What
seems wrong.
What a note to go out on.
I know. I'm sorry to ruin it because I wanted to love it.
So many years. It seems like it, down the toilet.
It does. I feel like I wasted time.
It really doesn't feel like they wrote a trilogy. It felt like they did Star Wars, where just, we'll write them as we go.
Oh, I think there's going to be another one. I don't think this is the end of
Well,
Halloween.
No. Halloween will continue.
Yes.
But the Laurie Michael storyline is officially dead.
Yeah. No, that has to be.
But here's the deal with that. We're spoiling, right? Because we don't care where the people see this shit.
We're
Except
trying
for Joe.
to save them.
You can't put a body in one of them metal junkyard grinders and come back. He ain't coming back off of that shit.
No.
And Corey's not coming back. He's got a hole the size of a fucking vagina in his throat right now.
But the granddaughter has angst.
Oh, they'll never do that. They had that all
No?
set up for him in Halloween 4, and they just totally destroyed it. So no.
Okay. I don't know, but
Yeah, remember,
it's profitable. That's why there's going to have to do something.
Danielle Harris stabbed. Who'd she stab? She stabbed Dr.
The foster mom.
Who?
It was her foster mom.
Yeah, stabbed her foster mom with Donald Pleasance in her. No. So I thought Halloween 6, that was what it was going to be. But no, we got Paul Rudd running around babysitting some stupid ass chick. And I was just like,
But as we now know, they can literally either start a new franchise like Halloween with Rob Zombie, or just pick a point in the timeline and go, whoop, we're starting from here.
'Cause
So
I thought the end was when he got beheaded, and they're like, no, that was somebody else. We didn't behead.
That was supposed to be the end.
that was
but no,
H2O.
Was it H2O? Yeah. And so I thought, oh, okay, good, because that was a fantastic ending.
Yeah.
No, like it was,
It was.
that's how it's going to go out.
And-
That's
Well,
perfect.
you know what they
Jamie
did the very next movie? They killed Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's exactly. She fell out the window of the hospital.
That's literally because she was furious because that was supposed to be the end. And
Yeah.
they tricked it in filming. They didn't tell her they filmed that. So contractual obligations, she had to come back. And she goes, fine, kill me off. And that's why that opening is the way it is.
That makes sense. I didn't realize that. That makes so much sense.
So messed
But
up.
then how do we get her now?
No, we won't. Like Pam says, I hope there's another one, but Lori's pushing 80. Yep. Story has ended. For
Yeah,
her,
but Michael was not fighting back that well in this one, so it could be a seniors battle. Oh no, he's all crunched up though. So
literally, if Lori is 80, Michael's 86, 87, because he was older than her. So,
and can we bring up he's her brother? Can we just say that?
well, not in this timeline.
I know, but I don't care. He's her brother. I'm making an executive decision for the Figure Gore. I know.
Okay. And if we take that thought, because he was 8 years old, or 8 or 9, I can't remember how old he was exactly.
Wasn't a good brother.
But Lori was a baby. So therefore, he is 8 to 9 years older than her. So if, like Pam says, she's in her 80s, Lori just beat up a 90-year-old guy.
Well, and he's always behind the mask. We don't see him. And as this movie showed, he is obviously aged because he did not put up much of a fight to anyone.
To be honest, he's been put through quite a bit of stuff.
Take my advice. Take my advice before you waste time on Halloween Ends. If you just had to watch Michael Myers, watch John Carpenter's 1 and 2. That's the best of the best out of all that.
I think so. And if you want to have fun, watch 3. Just don't expect Michael Myers.
And you know what? People think that I hate 3. I
like 3.
I waited in line for 3. I was very disappointed as a child. So pissed off as a child.
Yeah.
Now, here's my point, and it took me getting older to come to this, but if they only called that movie Season of the Witch,
it's a brilliant movie.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
It's
a great movie.
It was who had the films then? I can't remember. 20th Century Fox?
Hill.
Well, no, it was John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. But the company
Mohammed, whatever that word is.
Didn't he buy it after 3?
It's gone through his hands.
Basically, what happened is John did his film, and Michael got up at the end. He disappeared, and that's how John Carpenter likes to end his films. Very ambiguous. The studios went, "Oh, we need a sequel," and he goes, "But that's not what my plans are for this."
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, let's do a sequel, and then you can do that." So they did 2. And then he said, okay, now I'm going to go on with my idea. Because his idea was a different movie every time. It just so happened that they shoved that sequel in there. So,
I'll go with that. That John Carpenter was going to do a sequel each time. Tell us. Don't let us. I read Fangoria magazine when Part 3 came out, and nowhere in Fangoria magazine did it say, hey, by the way, I'm switching shit up.
See, that's what I mean. He should have done that with 2. Like 2 shouldn't have been with Michael if he wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
The minute you started that trend, people now expect it.
You do. And then you're like, what is this? Like, like you said, if it would have just been called Season of the Witch, it's a fun movie. I love that movie.
Yep.
Go sleep.
But,
No playing around, okay?
Well, and on that note,
bedtime, I guess.
What is your word to end it?
Everybody out there, make sure to check on your friends.
Sorry.
Check on your families. This is the time, Halloween time, not so much, but there's a lot of terrible thoughts that happen at Halloween time. So check on your friends, check on your families, make sure everybody's okay. And on that note, I'll let Robert do the rest.
We'll see you later, guys.
Bye, everybody. Happy Halloween.